Do you really want to lose those pounds, just don't know where to start? Maybe I can help you with that. Today, I will show you a day in my life. My goal is to lose 30 pounds, which I gained due to pregnancy. I will also show you some simple recipe and snack ideas, how I lose weight, and how I manage to incorporate exercise in my busy life. Let's go! Do you really want to diet and lose that unwanted weight? It's just you don't know how and where to start? Maybe I can give you some tips today. The way I'm dieting, or let's just say it's actually a healthy lifestyle, it's something that you're going to have to live with. It's not something that you have to do for some time and then just go back to your old habits and eat the same way you were eating. You have to educate yourself. You have to learn how to read labels when you go to the grocery store. You have to learn how to read these labels. That's my cat. You're gonna have to read those grocery labels. You're gonna learn, since there's so many options, you have to learn which ones to choose. I look at the sodium, I look at the fat and protein and dietary fiber. So those are the most important things I look at all the time. Since there's so many options there, yeah, that's one thing you're gonna have to do. Another thing you're gonna have to do is, let's say, invest in some things. They're not expensive. I'm gonna show you in a minute what those things are and talk about them a little bit. You don't have to buy any kind of weight loss supplements. I personally don't buy any of those for many reasons, which I am not going to talk about in this video because it's just not the topic of today's video. Maybe we will go in depth talking about that in a different one. But I don't buy any of those. They are expensive, and you think about it. If you buy those and let's say you lost some pounds, what's after that? Yeah, what are you gonna do after you're done? If you don't learn how to eat healthy, you're not gonna keep that weight off, and you're gonna go back to gaining those pounds that you lost and maybe more. So the most important thing, in my opinion, is for you to learn how to eat. That's something that's you're gonna take with you your whole life. So the first thing I started to do was invest in a food scale. I have had this food scale for some time. That's why it's a little bit scratched, but it's still working. This food scale has pounds, grams, liters, kilograms, ounces, all those things. It's probably, you can find them very cheap, like $10, maybe less, at Walmart, Amazon, wherever you want to go. You're gonna find really even better than this scale. But this is working fine, so I'm not changing it right now. Next here is measuring spoons. I'm not showing the whole set, but I'm just showing an example because there's something I want to show you. I personally like to choose the ones that, see that little writing, if this camera focuses. There's some writing here. It's really hard to see, but it says, let me see what it's saying. It's saying one teaspoon. The ones that are the writing is printed on, eventually it's gonna wash off. It's gonna be hard to use afterwards. The same thing goes, here's another, this is a measuring cup. See how the writing is actually engraved in it, sort of? It's not a type, it's not typed in, it's just the way the cup is. See? Or you can buy something like this. Anything where the numbers are engraved in it, not typed on it. These will never wash off. These numbers here, they will never wash off. So you don't have to worry about putting them in dishwasher or anything like that. But these are just examples. You don't have to buy the same ones. Of course, you can just buy whatever you think you want to buy. It doesn't matter. Are these things important? Yes, absolutely yes. They are so important. You may think, okay, can I buy, just don't buy those and just buy this? Well, honestly, I use them all. Like, especially the spoons, you have to buy the spoons because you use them to measure, like, even if you want to do something as simple as frying an egg, you need to know how much oil or olive oil you're using to do the egg. You can measure things on this, like instead of these cups. Yes, you can. But some other things, it's just so easier to use these cups. For example, if you made let's say you just made white rice, for example. You want to put only half a cup of rice. You use this one. This is half a cup. Lots of recipes, like most of them even, in the recipe they have, half a cup of this, or a cup of this, or 2 tablespoons or teaspoons, this much salt, this much this. So you have to buy these. You have to. These are really cheap too. No worries. Like, you can find them very, very cheap. So these, along with this, it's very important. Let's see, water bottle. This water bottle, I forgot how much it could, what the size of this thing, but I'm thinking 32 ounces, if I'm correct. Oh, there's my alarm going off. Okay, there we go. For your metabolism to keep running, you have to drink water, like throughout the day, little sips throughout the day. I came to a point actually where I can drink 4, 5, maybe 6 of these. I'm good to go. If you're a person who do not like water, you just don't like the taste of it. Some people are like that. They don't like the taste of water. There's many things you can do with this to kind of make it a little bit flavored. I'll show you that as well. Now, another thing I would invest in, if you want to, like, you can, it's not like required, but it just makes things really, really easy and more fun for you to do, which is buying a sports watch. You can buy any sports watch you think you would like based on your budget. Just buy a sports watch. You know, I know that nowadays Fitbits are really popular. It could be anything else, Apple Watch, Fitbit. There's just so many brands out there that I don't even know. There's so many. This one here, it's an Apple Watch. Like, when it comes to sports, you can just buy any sport watch. It's not a big deal. I had a Fitbit for many years. It was awesome. I loved it. I love the app. The app itself, Fitbit app. You find friends from all over the country. Arabs, Americans, just different countries. It's so fun. But then it broke and I had to switch to Apple Watch. But it works great. Or any other sport watch. It's just a watch that I tried. Another thing we would like to talk about is apps. You can download any. This is like one of the most important things. Like, me, without my app, I don't think I can do this. Actually, you can, let me say you can, but it's so much easier to do it by the app. Here's my app here. See, it tells you the day and all, and it tells me exactly how much calories, that's how much calories left I have for the day. That's my budget for the day. And then when my sports watch, when I do exercise, it connects to my phone and it downloads how many calories I burned and for how long. You know, it just downloads. It sends my exercising, my workout information to this app, and then see, it's down here somewhere. Exercise. I didn't exercise today. These kinds of apps there's so many. You can just download whatever you feel comfortable with. They are really important. Some people who can't afford it, well, I mean, they're free anyway, but they do have a membership. Like, you can do monthly or yearly. Mine, I do it yearly. It's just cheaper. and it's not really expensive, like $40 a whole year. So that's really nothing comparing to what it's giving me, like how it's helping me out. It's completely, absolutely worth it. You can also use any of those free. You don't have to pay if you don't want to. That's fine too. But yes, you do have to track down everything you're eating, and you somehow, like, there's a way in the app that you calculate how many calories you need, how many calories you're burning. So weight loss apps, there are so many. Like, look at all. This is an iPhone, so I don't know what phone you have, but I'm just trying to show you. That's one, that's another one, that's another one, that's it. Like, there's so many. I tried that once, which is My Fitness Pal. It was good. It was good. All those. So you just look at the features and see what you like, see what fits you, what suits your lifestyle, and choose an app. Now, I have met some people who do not use an app. They use the pencil and a paper. Yeah, kind of an old style, but it's okay. It's what they chose. That's what they wanted to do. Another thing I did is I separated my daughter's snacks from my own snacks, meaning I have sort of a rack for myself. It's I call it my diet rack. It's not a diet rack, but it's my healthier snacks options. For example, I got chips, I got water, like, not sweeteners, but it's like those crystal lights. It changes the taste of the water. I got chocolate. Yeah, I have chocolate, and I've got Kit Kat, and I've got just different things. I'll show you. This is my rack. You see that? Up there. This Twinnings, it's what I put in my water bottle to change the taste. Of course you all know what this is. It's a crystal light. It also changes the taste of plain water. It makes it more fun to drink. There's a protein bar. These are probably if you saw my other videos, you'd know these are protein shakes. I use them in my coffee. Here's my chocolate. Look at that yum chocolate. Another protein bar here. And then going down here is something sweet for me to eat. I love those, and I love these two. These are my healthy snacks. Pineapples. That's kind of, it's dates. Okay, it's dates. Dried dates. This is my snack. I usually eat it with lebanon and zitoun, which is lebanon is just that creamy, or let's say that thick yogurt, Arabic yogurt that we eat. I eat that with olives. And here's something for me to throw in my bag when I know I'm going somewhere. I may not have the time to eat, like when I'm driving in the car and I have something to pop in my mouth if I get really hungry. This is it. So that's that. That's those two are mine. Now, we talked about the scale, the food scale, the measuring spoons, measuring cups, the app, the sport watch, and we forgot the most important thing, which is the scale that you stand on to see how many pounds you lost. So you're gonna have to invest in one of those. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. So that's one thing you have to buy. This may sound a little bit too hard to do. It may be at the beginning a little bit different, but believe me, when you see those pounds shredding off and melting off, you're going to love it. It's gonna be way worth it. I mean, and remember, you don't have to buy nothing, like no supplements. It's all on your own. It may be hard at the beginning, but believe me, the more you get into it, the more you educate yourself, the easier it gets. Everything at the beginning is a little bit hard. Anything you do in life is going to be a little bit hard at the beginning, and then once you get used to it, you're good to go. So as of this week, did I lose weight? Yes, I did. Another pound, 0.2, which is about 1.5 pounds ish, let's say. So there we go.